I ain't getting paper like it's in the mail, bitch. That's 2 stamps. Oh, yeah. Careers over beers. Yeah. Hey, we are right here. Yeah. I am in the motherfucking space like I'm Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. I am in space, bro. Hey. Yeah. I'm a motherfucking wreck. Oh, yeah. I think I need Mako. Yeah. Shout out go to Mako. Hey. Yeah. Kill it every day, bro. Kill it every night, bro. This is a cycle. Ooh. And she get on top of me and ride me like I am a motorcycle. Ooh, I'm a psycho. Murder this shit with my eyes closed. You don't wanna beat my rival. Ooh, yeah. Put your hand on the Bible. Who you talk to when I ride by, bro? When I ride by in a motherfucking ride by, that's a drive by, and I got them putting up their hands like a high five. You don't wanna try. I don't ever slide, guy. I send a motherfucker to slide through like they a motherfucking typhoon. You don't wanna try it with a tycoon. I'ma ride like it's high noon. I'ma show up in there, get them like a monsoon. Woo! Oh, like a monsoon. I'm a motherfucking monster. Ooh. And I know a lot of dudes got guns like Contra too. Got a lot of contraband. Yeah, you don't wanna try cause I conquer. Man, I'm the conqueror. Yeah, damn, take it back to your to be specific. That's wetter than the motherfucking Pacific.
UPS driver.
I am on the truck. Hey. And I get these motherfuckers stuck like a highlighter, so they better duck. Yeah, burn it to the motherfucking wire. Ooh, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Ayy, and they get penetrated. I don't ever let a motherfucker skate when I come and fuck it up. Yeah, and she fuck it up like she just heard a new song from Trap Beckham. Yeah, I'm about to slap nephews. Yeah, hey, if you get it, then I get a new tattoo. Was that you? Killing that shit too. When I kill it, I give a fuck about you. I'm killing that like a bad cat too. I mean, ooh. Killing the pussy, making it gushy, making it wet. This is a set, this is not a dry run. Yeah, okay, I come around and I make her pop it like it's a cassette. That's a bet, that's a motherfucking bet. Hi, son, are you listening? Are you paying attention again? When I get this motherfucker wet, then I guess it's glistening. Yeah, welcome to Careers Over Beers. Yeah. My name is NoxBond and I'm that guy. Yeah. This is next level real life.
Yes.
Shout out, go to Seth. That's life. You know what I'm saying? That's life. That's blood. That's blood.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good job,
dude. That was dope.
That was that was cool right there.
That was
solid.
cool.
Dude,
That was
you went
cool.
hard for like 30,
That was
like
solid.
30, 45. That was insane. That was
you know what I
nuts.
mean?
This might be the craziest intro we've had to Careers Over Beers so far, guys. That was NoxBond. This is Jesse Krause, the host of Careers Over Beers podcast, and today I have Seth Lane as a co-host.
I'm co-hosting today, boys.
He's got
Reaper Purdy. Reaper Purdy. You know what I
Both
mean?
have YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Seth Lane's got a YouTube channel. Check him out.
Yep, it's just exactly how it sounds. Seth Lane. I review other small creators' content, but that is not the focus today. Today's focus is NoxBond.
Which is great, but follow Seth Lane because that's my nephew. You know what I mean? That's my guy.
Yeah.
So,
Tell us what you do, NoxBond.
I'm a music industry executive.
Music industry executive.
I'm a music industry executive.
Tell me what that all means.
Encompasses, yes.
So the music industry is the business of exploiting copyrights for profit. So it is my job to create content and then copyright it and find ways to exploit it for profit.
Are you talking about for yourself or for other people or what?
Well, it started with myself, but now it's a large umbrella of people.
So it started with you just being a rapper on your own?
Started with me just being a rapper. You know, I started like anybody else. Originally, it was a karaoke machine, right? And I had a karaoke machine. I had 2 tape decks. And so I played, it was MIDI files. This was before MP3. So I played MIDI files, which if you haven't heard MIDI files, they sound like ringtones before ringtones sounded like actual songs. Like they're very, they don't sound solid. They sound like they were played on like a keyboard basically. So I would take MIDI files of these beats and then I would hold a Radio Shack microphone up into the speaker and I would record the beat onto the tape.
Oh, Lord.
And then I would take the tape and I put it in the other tape deck.
That's old school, man.
And then I would record my lyrics over that tape.
Oh, so they were all separate.
So that tape you could hear the beat in the background.
Ah, I gotcha.
Kind of. right? Like it's like a whistling beat, right? And that was my first. So I started like anybody else, right? Like no studio, no nothing else. Just
well, not like anybody else nowadays. Nowadays, everybody has access to the best tools you can have.
Man, they do, don't they?
That a producer had back
public
in the day.
platforms, SoundCloud. I mean, they got a bunch of tools to use. Absolutely.
I mean, think about what a producer did back 20 years ago versus what a kid on YouTube can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was see what you got to understand is like it's a whole different industry. 20 years ago, it was a whole different ball game. You didn't have access to any of this.
No.
Right? There was no internet to go get fans on, and it worked so much better. You know what I mean? Because here's how I look at it. Let's say 1 million benchmark, right? Like platinum, 1 million sales. Well, back in the day, if you got 1 million sales and you were selling your album for $10 a pop,
that's a ton.
That generated $10 million.
Dude, seriously. That's why they don't even look at like pure album sales anymore, do they?
It's right now it's like it's a setup, right? Mm-hmm. Because they don't have to sell anything anymore, so they stop caring. So like if you look at Drake, right? If you look at like his single Too Sexy.
Yeah.
So it generated in streaming money, it generated $300,000 the first week.
Yeah, not very much.
In streams. No, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was talking about for Drake as a reference.
No, that's not a lot.
But
if it's not a whole lot of
if you're comparing, I know you're extremely wealthy.
Yeah.
But now for regular people,
yes,
you know, just a measly.
The ordinary Joes.
For you, 300,000 is, you know what I mean? Right. It's nothing.
It's
nothing.
No.
I generate that.
For somebody like Drake, who's not quite, you know, he's not quite there yet.
He's not up here. That's the problem. Yeah, I agree.
Are you calling out Drake right now?
So no,
oh shit,
I love
Drake beef,
man.
dog.
Are you
I
shots
love
fired
Drake,
at Drake?
man. Nah, man, I love Drake, bro. Shout out to Drake.
We're gonna come back to that though, because I got a question.
All right. So basically, if you're making $300,000 on the streams, then you don't have to worry about the sales anymore. And the streams, I mean, let's just be honest, man. The streams don't add up, right? Because there's 300 million subscribers on Spotify that generate billions and billions of streams every month. So that means that, like, theoretically, every single account would pretty much have to be logged in 24 hours a day. Like, right. Drake himself got 1 billion streams, but there's only 300 million subscribers.
I can't lie. I've had that new Drake album on repeat. I mean, since it fucking dropped.
It dropped,
There's
right?
people like me out there, like.
There are, but not billions.
No.
So what do you mean when you say it doesn't add up? Are they faking those numbers?
All those numbers are faked. Those numbers are all faked, right?
Only for people on Drake's level, or
well, okay. So the way it does it is there's what's called a master password for Spotify, which is a password that'll work on my account, your account, anybody's account, and then they have an account list, right? And so what they do is they just take the account list, a bunch of proxies, and the master password. And then they can just hop in between different accounts and stream whatever they want to break the current record. So that's why if you go and you look at, like, there's a bunch of posts on Twitter where people are like, why am I playing French Montana? I've never played French Montana in my life. Why is it in my history? Why is Beyonce in my history? I listen to hardcore rap. You know what I mean? Why is Drake in my history? I've been listening to this Kanye album on repeat. So you know, you can clearly see, they fake streams, absolutely. And it's a money thing.
What do you think about the playlist concept? So it's like a lot of people who don't have a particular taste in music, they go to these playlists that's like kind of describe what you're about to listen to, and it's a playlist like most of the time the most popular songs, and that's how a lot of these people get so many streams when they're on these very popular playlists that the general public uses.
It's not the issue is that the accounts themselves, right? A lot of them are fake. A lot of them are bot accounts. So, you know, which is just it's a program. And it's not a person.
That happens on YouTube and other platforms too, right?
Well, yeah, because see, here's the problem, right? You got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. They've all come out with articles and actually put it out in the public. Over half of our accounts are fake. So that means that if you go and you do a sponsored ad for people who like Lil Wayne and who like hip hop, then they're going to go find accounts that have in the information that they like Lil Wayne and hip hop. So if somebody has a bot running on that account that's scrolling down streams, then Facebook has no way to know the difference. So they take your budget You understand? They actually drain your budget with these bots looking at your account. So when you do these sponsored ads, there's not real people that are going to them, and that's why you don't really see a translation.
It's crazy, man. It's a whole different world.
It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. All of it.
When you started rapping, though, album sales was all it was about.
Well, okay, so like if you look at the difference, right? So Drake sold 250,000 on each one of his songs the first week instead of doing it as album, right? He sold it as like 250,000 on each one of his songs. So that's, he made $5 million. And that's just in streams. But if you look at the sales, he only sold 6,000 units.
Oh, like physical copies?
Like sales. Like, yeah, they don't even specify if it's, I think it's digital sales. Like, we're talking dollar units on like iTunes.
iTunes, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So they don't even have a number anymore for some kids going out and buying CDs or anything like that.
Well, I want to give you an example, right? I want to give you an example, right? So, no, they say this is the profit generated. This is the amount that was done in sales. This is the amount that's done in streaming. Now, if you know that the $6,000 was generated in sales off of 6,000 products, you now know that that's dollar sales, right? So if it was $10 sales and it was 6,000 of them, $60,000 would have been generated. That's not the case, right? So that's what I'm looking at. It's like, okay, this song sold 6,000 units. That's a long cry from a million.
Right.
Yes. You understand what I'm saying? That's a big difference from a million.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing, and it is pretty clear, is that the labels don't care anymore. They know how to generate money. They're generating billions of dollars. So this is translating into real money. So they don't care about the sales. As long as they can keep up the smoke and mirrors effect, right? But then you go look at Drake. Drake turned off his commenting to where you have to be a celebrity to comment. Drake only has 60 plus comments on his pictures.
Yeah. So
60.
You being in the position you are in the industry today, don't you kind of have to play toward that role a little bit when you have to focus on streaming numbers and shit like that, online numbers more than physical records sold?
No, fuck the industry. That's I think I started my mixtape like, first off, fuck the industry. Right? Like that's the first thing. It started in the 20s, Spodioti, crack, and Hennessy, right? Which is they've been doing this. They've been doing this. It's not something that's new, but they own the infrastructure and they own all of it. So, I just don't care. So when I had a desire, when I was like streams are important, I got 1 million streams on Spotify in 41 days.
Damn.
Really?
When I wanted streams, I was like, okay, I'm gonna crack this.
How did you do that?
I'm not gonna tell you. I was like, I'm gonna crack this stupid little fucking code they got.
And you did it?
And I'm gonna show them that I can get streams just like anybody else if that's what I wanted.
Were they real streams, real people on
real
the other
streams?
Side?
Like, well, you don't ever know if they're real people on the other side, right?
But if you assume so, wouldn't that just be good for your overall career?
It's not about is it real. You have to understand what this is about. This isn't about are these real people. This is money. This is generating money.
It doesn't matter if it's 1 million bots.
Why would
it's getting you money, right?
If it's generating money, then it's generating money, right? So who cares?
So there's a secret behind it?
Oh, there's tons of secrets. Yeah, well, I mean, I got 1 million streams in 41 days.
That's dope. I mean,
that doesn't tell you, you know what I'm saying? That tells you that, yes, there's a way to crack the system. There's a way to beat it. I beat it. I know how to crack the system. And then I got a check for $1,000, and I was like, "Well, that's fucking stupid." You know what I mean? Like that's fucking $1,000.
Hey, $1,000 is $1,000.
Yeah, I mean,
why wouldn't you just keep doing that? Then?
It is.
You know,
I did it to prove a point. That's it. I just did it to prove a point. Just that I could get 1 million streams. If my goal,
but you don't really care about it in the long run.
Because after that, that's kind of the thing, right? After I got the 1 million streams. Like if you go to my Spotify right now, it's got 23 monthly followers. I don't care. I'm not going to spend a minute of my time pushing traffic towards Spotify. Not a minute of my time pushing traffic towards something that doesn't benefit me. So I'm old school with it, man. Like we're running up a demand for our artists and then we're selling albums.
Yeah, so explain what you actually do doing that stuff, like promoting other artists and whatever your business does.
So, my job is kind of like I'm the owner of the company, right?
What's the company?
The company is Real Life Music LLC.
Real Life Music LLC.
And Next Level DJ Coalition. And Next Level Model Club. And Next Level Promotions.
And
Next
what does
Level
it do?
Radio. Next Level Marketing. It's just an internal music industry. So that I don't have to depend on the fake music industry, on the smoke and mirrors, on everything that doesn't create an ROI. It doesn't bring in money. It doesn't generate money. It just leaves you spinning in place.
Could you call yourself a record label?
I am absolutely a record label, but I am more than a record label. I own several record labels. I think last count, 65 record labels is how many record labels that I own. Yeah.
No shit.
But I just told a bunch of them that we're probably going to let them go. So we're probably going to cut it down to about 30.
That's still a ton.
We can concentrate.
Yeah.
I've got other record labels that build their record label, but they're a subsidiary. I own them as far as like the record label itself, right? So like we got like 8 or 9 different record labels, different imprints that are under Right One. But Right One is under Real Life Music, right? But Real Life Music's under Next Level Productions Incorporated. So it's kind of the same thing with Universal, right? Like Universal Music Group has an imprint, Interscope, and then Interscope has an imprint, Aftermath, and Aftermath has an imprint, Shady. Shady has an imprint,
Shady Records,
G Unit.
And you're on Shady, right?
No, I would be the parent company, right? So you would go the opposite way, right? So that's where it kind of starts. So if you go the opposite way, Universal's parent company is a company called Vivendi, and Vivendi's parent company is a company called Boel. So Boel Group, which is, Vincent Boel, who's like worth $9 billion, is who owns the company that owns Universal. Right? So I'm the company that owns the label.
So are you past the whole rapping thing then? Like if Shady Records came out and said they want to sign you tomorrow, would you say fuck that?
So those are 2 different questions. So no, I'm definitely not past the rapping thing. I love rap. I have an album dropping October 29th. Front page of livemixtapes.com. Shout out to Pesh and Daniel at Live Mixtapes, TSO Music Group, which is actually one of my labels. I got signed.
So being a rapper and being a business owner are 2 passions that still are on fire inside of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm the first priority for Next Level DJ Coalition. The number 1 priority artist is NoxBond.
Well, because you
are NoxBond.
You are, yeah. He is Next Level DJ Coalition. So, I mean, he's being smart. He's putting himself at the top.
Why not?
It's like I built it.
Yeah.
Right? It's my company. So it runs based on my will and pleasure. What I decide is what I don't have. It's different than any other company, right? Because most companies, especially in the music industry, there's a group of people who make decisions. And there's checks and counter checks and balances and counterbalances. Mine is an autocracy. You understand? Like, meaning one. There's one. There's one ruler. There's me.
You're the supreme leader.
I am the supreme leader.
Is it ever too much to manage all at once, since you do have so much to manage when you have so many different just things to look at in your company?
Nah.
No?
Nah. What else I got to do?
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it's just a ton.
Are you involved in like every artist that wants to get signed? Are you listening to them and saying whether or not you like them and you turn them down or whatever?
Yeah.
You do. You turn people down too?
Yeah, I just signed an artist yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, and then like 2 weeks before that, we signed 4 artists out of Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah, we're getting that.
Rap?
You know what I mean? Overseas money. Yeah.
Oh,
They got like that fast.
The Nigerian rap.
That quick rap?
Yeah. Shout out to Gutter House.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that. Grindhouse. Maybe Grindhouse. Maybe something like. I just signed him, so y'all don't. Sorry, but shout out Melissa.
Have you ever signed any artists that you have beef with now?
Beef is such an interesting word, right?
Let's dive into that word.
I don't.
Let's
I don't have beef with anybody.
Yeah.
Right, because beef would mean like it's on site, like it's real, like it's in the streets, like it's we have a physical problem.
Like shit's happening.
Right,
Someone's
like this
gonna get hurt.
Yeah, like this is what I mean. Like this is gonna escalate. quickly. I don't have beef with anybody, but we've got, you know, disagreements happen. Artists are very disloyal, right? Like, I got an artist, I won't say his name, but he got a record with Trina, right? And so when he got the record with Trina, we did a little campaign for it, you know, and then he went to another company and signed a deal without me knowing about, and got them to put a budget behind it. Did a big campaign for it, got 1 million streams, you know, 200,000 views on YouTube, you know, on a music video with Trina, and all of that. And then at that point in time, he decided that he was gonna cut me out, and he was gonna not honor his contract and say, you know, fuck you. I'm in deals with 300 ENT for $2 million. So if this deal were to go through, I'd owe you $1 million. Fuck you. I'm fighting it now. You know what I mean? I'm fighting this contract now. You are not taking $1 million.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. But you know, it's a legally binding contract. So
now we're in. For it?
Yeah, we're in a situation where it's going to be, you know, it's going to be an actual case, and it's going to be, you know, because it's you can't just sign a contract and then be like, yeah, never mind, I don't want to honor this anymore.
Kind of defeats the whole purpose of signing a contract.
A contract is
you might as well just shake hands if you're going to back out of something, and even that's kind of controversial.
That's it. So we don't do that. We, you know what I mean, we have a contract to where, but I've seen that happen with so many artists, man. I'll start them at, you know, they'll come to me, they got 2,000 followers on Instagram, and we'll run a little campaign, and then boom, they got 10,000 followers, and then the very next day, I'm an independent artist. I don't like this deal. I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just stab me in the back. Like, there's no loyalty. There's no love. And it's all, you know, I did this. This is all me. You didn't do anything for me. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's kind of how.
Have you made diss tracks? Diss tracks towards people like that have
No, I'm not ever going to diss anybody who was signed to real life music.
You'll never do a diss track to anybody like that?
I'll never
I think
do
he
a
means
diss track.
like
have you made any diss tracks overall though?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love diss tracks. I
do too, dude.
I'll fucking destroy somebody like lyrically, but I'll never diss anybody who was ever at any point in time signed to real life music.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's good of you to do.
You know what I mean? Regardless of what our situation is, regardless of, you know, if I like them, if I don't like them, if we have personal, I will never diss any, you know, previous real life music.
When's the so this new album coming out 29th, right?
29th, yeah.
Does it have subliminals in it, shit like that throughout the songs, throughout the tracks?
Diss tracks?
Yeah, just like subliminal disses, just the underlying. Nothing.
No,
so these days you're beef free. You're vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm eating off the veggie plate. You know what I mean? I don't.
Are there ever any shots fired at, like, just subliminally?
No, I'm not a subliminal guy. Even when I went on the news and like dissed people here in Wichita, like I said their name.
You went on the news?
Yeah, I went on the news a long time ago. It was weird, man. It was a situation where, you know, I had a personal beef with a lot of different people, right? And it was like, and it was just so trivial, but it was small. It was like with one person, you know, it was one situation. With another person, it was another situation. But then it all just kind of came together, and it was bad timing. And, you know, at the same time, I had to go on the news to just kind of introduce myself, do an interview, and kind of tell about who I was and to perform. And the night before, I got into a big online dispute. You know what I mean? So I changed my verse and decided, okay, I'm going to diss everybody. You know what I mean? It was just kind of a last minute thing. Like I had a song, you know what I mean? Like Reach for the Stars. Like I was going to do the whole song, like Reach for the Stars. And then, you know, the night before it was just a bunch of crazy shit happened on Facebook and people, you know, running their mouth and all that shit. And I was like,
you went after him.
All right, cool. Y'all want to do that? This is what I know how to do.
Got the pen ready.
You know what I mean? And then it got taken the wrong way though, bro, because everybody was looking at it like I was the one who was instigating things.
That's how it always looks to somebody that's on the air or that's in the public spotlight when they're doing a diss like that, is like you're the one instigating it, but there's probably always a big backstory to it all.
There
right?
is,
massive backstory.
Yeah, you went out in public and said what you wanted to say.
You're in public saying shit on the news.
Right.
But
Everybody
they didn't
else
get
is saying
that.
it on what?
Yeah, they didn't say, you know what I mean?
look
Right.
like the
It's
bad
like,
dude.
so I'm the one that's the bad guy, regardless of the fact that I'm responding to people. And man, that trailed for years and years. I mean, there's some people that are related to the people that I dissed that I never met that, you know, they have a personal vendetta. They have a personal grudge. Like, fuck me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they'll never support anything that I do ever. And they don't care that, you know, I wasn't the instigator, that it was a response. They don't care.
So what were their reactions there? Like the day after, what were their initial reactions?
So
to
the
your track?
initial reaction is I did 2 videos, and both of the videos went to the number 1 and 2 spots on KWCH 12.
Yeah.
Right.
KWCH 12.
KWCH 12. So you went to the website and you saw number 1 and 2 video were me. And then Facebook blew up.
Yeah.
Facebook went nuts, and everybody started tagging people, and holy shit, did you hear this?
Is that still up today? Those clips?
No, man.
Fuckers.
I wish they were.
Damn.
I wish they,
wanna see
there's
it.
one on your mom's Facebook.
Yeah, I remember when he went on the news, and it was floating around on YouTube for a while there, but they got rid of him.
Well, there's
Deleted.
one on your mom's Facebook.
No shit.
That's probably the only one that exists because she posted it on her Facebook. So, you know what I mean? If you go back and you look
Like she uploaded it too. Not sure the
to
link.
her Facebook, yeah.
Damn.
So how did you even get on the news?
I hit him up.
You just hit him up and said, I want to come on and introduce myself to the world?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's all it takes?
If you're me. You got to have a story behind you.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta have something
be
that's
newsworthy.
Sure.
But yeah, if you're newsworthy,
So all those people saw this shit freak out. Did they fire shots back at you, or
nuts, man? Not so there was a whole event. Like everybody flipped out online and started talking about they was going to do this and that and the other and all this shit, and just a bunch of threats. You know what I mean? A bunch of threats, and then it died down. Somebody took me aside and they was like, "Hey, listen, the issue is that we can't respond to the way that you rapped. Like nobody is on that caliber, so we've got no choice but to escalate it to the street. So we're gonna beat you up."
I'm sure they worded it a little different.
nobody would come back with a hard diss?
Nobody dissed me.
What a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah, fuck y'all.
yeah. So it was like basically they wanted to fight, and then they found out that I'm trained in fighting, and so they didn't want to fight anymore. Then it just kind of
What kind of fighting are you trained in?
I'm 12th rank Sihing of Jeet Kune Do, and I'm Department of Homeland Security anti-terrorist combat certified. So Gung Fu.
Holy shit. Wait, what's the first one again?
Gung Fu.
Gung Fu?
Gung Fu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadly.
What's the difference
Deadly.
between that and other
Super
martial
deadly.
arts?
Well, it is martial arts. Martial arts would be like,
No, the other ones though. What's the difference between that one?
oh, the DHS.
Like
that's,
Kung Fu.
Like Kung Fu or
Well, Kung Fu is just how
Jiu-jitsu.
Americans say it. It's actually Gung Fu.
Oh, so you're
So
so you do Kung Fu.
I do Kung Fu.
In
called
our
Gung Fu.
And what we
But
say.
it's, but we, in America, we call it Kung
Here
Fu.
we're like,
but-
nah, that's Kung Fu.
That's
That's
Kung Fu.
That's
That's a K, not a J.
That's a K, not a J.
That's
you know
Kung
what I mean?
Fu.
That's theirs. That's, you know
Fun
what I
fact
mean?
of the
That's-
day, people. There you go.
So you're trained in Kung Fu.
I am.
No shit.
I'm trained in Jeet Kune Do, to be specific.
Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, it's a mix of
Taekwondo?
Western boxing, fencing, and Gung Fu.
Oh, nothing to do with Taekwondo. That's a left fielder. Okay.
Or is it Taekwondo, but it's just pronounced differently?
Has nothing to do with Taekwondo.
Okay.
It's scientific street fighting. It's leagues above any other martial art.
Scientific street fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you were to get in a fight with a rando on the street and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, that dude's fucked.
I mean, he's probably pretty fucked, right?
Yeah.
Because like the biggest thing between Jeet Kune Do and other martial arts is that we strike and block at the same time.
Mm.
And so if you're accustomed to, just blocking and then striking or striking and then blocking, you're pretty fucked. You don't really know what happens. You just know you're being blocked and hit at the same time, right? So you go to hit somebody and instead you're getting hit in the face.
So it's not like boxing where you're dodging it and then you come back with a left hook.
No, it's more along the lines of like I'm gonna block it, right, and punch at the same time. type stuff, and then kind of switch that up and punch with the other hand, and then pin right there and do an uppercut.
So is the main goal to knock him out with a hit or subdue by strangle or
So the main goal is
by
to
light strangle.
the main goal is to not fight, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like
of course.
I don't want to fight you. I don't want to have a competition with you. I just want to incapacitate you as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So if some dude's coming at you with a sword, are you gonna try to kill him?
So if there's a guy coming at me with a sword, again, it's really going to depend on his attitude, his energy, right? Is this dude on cocaine and like amped up, and he's on PCP, and every punch that I do is going to have no effect whatsoever, and he's like, I'm going to kill you,
and you're gonna kill him.
You know what I mean? Then I'm going to probably shoot him. Right?
Oh, we're going back.
That's what. Yeah, you got it. Because if somebody's coming at you with the sword and they're screaming at you and they're amped up and they're on PCP and
you're gonna use a gun.
What if I don't have a gun?
Shoot him.
What if I don't have a gun? What do I do?
Well, you're not
die?
trained, so I would suggest you get out of the way.
What would you do?
I mean, I'd take out his legs.
Oh, you go for the legs,
right? If he's running at, but like if I'm in a fight with the guy and he's got a sword, you know, and I don't have a sword or anything, and at the same time, like,
do you normally have a sword?
Right? Like, well, yeah, I have a sword at home, so I mean, like, if you're gonna attack me with the sword,
you're not normally carrying it, though.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I don't go to the grocery store and be like, hey, thank you, I appreciate it, you know what I mean? Can I? And then just shing, you know.
You guys have any paper bags? Or
Yeah.
no?
Fuck with the wrong guy.
Yeah,
you got my sword bitch.
Do I need to cut this off for you? You know, I go and get the fruits, and then when you get the fruits, and most people just rip them off. Fuck that shit.
You're playing
grab
Fruit
the
Ninja over in the
Bushido blade, right?
Y'all running a discount or not?
Yes, or not. Like, okay, so
the thing is, though, if you're coming at somebody with a sword, everybody's probably gonna run because they're like, that guy's fucking
what
crazy.
the fuck is going on, right? I had one situation where I had a sword come up, right, in battle.
Oh,
no
right?
shit?
No shit. What happened is I was living with a guy, and I guess he fucked somebody's girlfriend.
Yeah.
So a group of guys came in, and they wanted to beat the shit out of him, right? They wanted to like really fuck him up, and I had a sword.
Oh, you were the guy in the situation.
I was the guy with the sword, right? So I had a sword, and I was like, no.
It's not happening.
I thought he was going, you know, one of the guys had a sword, but he's like, well, I fucked him up with a sword.
So
you had the sword.
Yeah, I had the sword, right? And I'm like, no, you're not fucking. All right, here's what I'm going to let you do. I'm going to let you hit him in the jaw one time really hard, and then you guys have to leave, or I'm going to stab you all with the sword.
I'll make you a kebab, bitch.
And they was like, all right. And they, you know what I'm saying? They hit him.
Yeah. I mean, you're not, when the man with the sword says something, you better do it.
They were satisfied. You know what I mean? They left. Yeah. They were like, yeah, I think.
What'd your roommate think about that?
Good.
You just gave him up like that.
I think he was thankful because, you know, they would have killed him.
Yeah.
So it's like I really saved his life, you know, with the Bushido blade, like fucking
Bushido blade.
Right, like, yeah. So
damn,
no,
man.
but if somebody's coming at you with the sword, man, get out of the way. Like, get out of the way.
Get out of there.
Like, don't fight them.
No.
You know what I mean? If they have a knife, then you know what I mean. Like, and you have to, and you have no choice. Or if they have a sword and you have to, and you have no choice, just look at their shoulders. You can't move your arms if you don't move your shoulders. So you know what I mean. If you're gonna attempt to fight them, then go for the shoulders, not their forearms, not the wrist. But you know, it's a sword.
I love
long.
the sword debate, but okay. So far we've covered you're a CEO of your own company. You're a deadly man, almost deadlier than Deadpool himself.
No, man, because Deadpool can die and not die. Just like,
exactly. He can't.
Like Deadpool dies more times than Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
true.
And you're also
Nobody caught that. Nobody caught that, right? You just said, yeah, true, but you had no idea what I was talking about whatsoever.
Adam and Eve?
Dying?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah, they're dead, dude.
I thought it was like metaphorical.
No. I said he dies more times than Adam and Eve. That would mean that Adam and Eve died a lot. Are you guys familiar with that?
I'm not.
Did they die once?
I'm intrigued, though. Tell me about it.
They died a bunch of times.
Well, I thought it was like metaphorical for everybody else in humanity that lives through them or something.
Nah.
How many times did they die?
Ah, man, 20.
What?
20?
15, 20 times.
What is in the
From
Bible?
what?
Yeah, in the Apocrypha. In the Bible that didn't make the canonized version, right? Have you guys ever?
So it's another book of the Bible that wasn't...
Tons of books. Anything that wasn't canonized. Anything that wasn't... So, like, they had... People don't even understand what Christianity is. 300 years after Jesus Christ died, they came and took the things that all of the Christians were talking about and they put them on paper. But in that 300-year period, it was just word of mouth. And that's what Christianity was. And it was based on what's called Gnosticism, right? And so I read the Gnostic books because I'm just a believer in you can't tell me what part of the Bible should and shouldn't be cut out. Mm-hmm. I want the whole thing.
So you want the whole thing?
I want the unabridged version that tells
just the raw
everything.
Version.
I want and,
the unedited.
And when you read the unedited version, everything kind of comes together, and it makes
sense.
And you can clearly see it's from the same book. It's the same people. It's the same. It just elaborates.
Well, explain the Adam and Eve thing because I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, I don't think anybody is, right? So like Adam and Eve, they died like a lot when they came out of the Garden of Eden. There's what's called the Book of Adam, right, which is one of the Apocrypha, and so when Adam and Eve came out of the garden, it was they were basically trying to beg God to take them back and to bring them back into the garden, and the whole time Satan's trying to kill them. He's taking different forms. He would basically show up as angels. He would show up as a group of angels bathed in light, and then be like, "Come with us. God sent us so that we can take you to a high mountain, and you can have all of these
Hey, bro,
treasures."
I work here, dude. It's my boss. He just sent me over here.
Yeah.
He told me to come get you up front.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he did. He told me come grab you up, bring you to this mountain, and then he brings him to the mountain and throws him off the cliff. You know what I mean? And kills him. And then God comes back and he's like, "Up, get up. You know what I mean? You're not dead yet.
You're going through this shit again."
Right, yeah, you're going, Adam and Eve are over here like, "Oh, yeah, can we just die?" I was like, "Not for 5,500 years, fam. Not for 5,500 years." You know what I mean? So,
no, I'm not familiar with that.
That's crazy.
But
a lot of people aren't.
You mentioned to me earlier, though, that you're a Freemason.
I am a Freemason.
Is any of that involved in Freemasonry? I'm not even sure what Freemasonry is.
No.
But is it like religious in any way, or is it just like a group, or is it like a...
Nah. Freemasonry is just like, it's a group of guys who want to make the world a better place. We want to make good guys better guys, and then we want to help our fellow man.
Yeah.
And just make the world as good of a place as we can. So like my place in the world is giving DJs and blogs and tastemakers and artists an opportunity to be able to compete with somebody that they couldn't compete with on their own.
So it's not religious in any way.
Yeah. No. Masonry is not.
Because it's kind of like you guys have a temple and stuff, right?
Well, we have a temple.
I always hear about the Masonic
temple. We got a
temple.
shrine. Well, there's a Masonic lodge, a Masonic temple, a Masonic shrine. There's different locations.
Is it super secret?
No, I mean I like to call us a secret society, right? We're the largest secret society in the world, but in reality, we are a society with secrets.
Yeah.
Right? We're not a secret society because we're in the open. Right? You can go to a lodge and you can go to a shrine and you can go to a temple in any city. You can walk up to the door and just walk in. So I mean, how's it a secret?
Right.
You know about it.
Yeah.
He knows about it. Right?
Well, if you watch YouTube videos, though, and that's probably what contributes to it all.
They're all wrong.
There's videos all over the internet about the Masonic Lodge and all the Illuminati.
They're all wrong. There is no semblance between the Illuminati and Freemasonry.
Is the Illuminati a real thing?
In the sense of the Bavarian Illuminati is extinct. You know what I mean? They've been gone for a whole long time, and they were only around for a very short period of time. In the idea of a new world order, the idea of the Illuminati.
So like
that's very much around.
Bohemian Grove,
CFR, Bilderberg Group, right? These things, the people who, the biggest indicator that we have somebody who wishes some type of new world order is what's called the Georgia Guidestones. And the Georgia Guidestones say, number one, we wish to reduce the population.
Oh, isn't that the stones that are like put there and nobody knows how they got there, but they're just there and they give you instructions on how to rebuild the world?
Yeah, number one is we want to keep the population to a manageable 500 million. So, yeah, so they've kind of got it out there, right there out in the open, that they want to kill the vast majority of us.
And you guys don't follow those, right?
We don't follow that.
Oh, thank God.
No,
right?
that's not Masonry. That's not.
That's some different shit.
That's the Illuminati bullshit that we get mixed up in. You know what I mean? When in reality, we're the polar opposite.
I have a question for you. It's kind of weird because I noticed earlier you're talking about helping your fellow man and stuff like that. Are women allowed?
No.
Is there a reason?
Because they're not a man.
So it's like a fraternity?
Yeah, I mean, there's like they have their own version, like the Eastern Stars, but nah, a woman can't be a Mason.
That's interesting because like the Bohemian Grove thing. Like Alex Jones and Joe Rogan have talked about this before.
Yeah,
and the presidents meet up there or whatever, and there's a big owl they worship and blah 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 blah.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, right?
Yeah,
so Bohemian Grove. So it's not just presidents. It's actually like the Fortune 500. So you've got, and it's so weird because you've got these people that are millionaires and in high profile positions in life and in very comfortable positions where everywhere they go is they're kind of weighted on hand and foot because they're multimillionaires, and they go out into the woods where there is none of that. There is no beds and nice, you know what I mean? Like they don't have all of the necessities of life and all of the things. They give up all of those things and they go into the woods.
It's like a retreat.
With all of these powerful men, and they do different conferences.
Like cross burning and like simple stuff.
No, not cross burning.
Not cross burning. Sorry,
Moloch burning. Right? They burn. So the owl is a representation of the god Moloch. Right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
And basically the ceremony that they do is like it's in semblance of a sacrifice to the god Moloch. So if you were talking about Illuminati, that's where I would look. Not in Freemasonry.
Like the $1 bill has a little owl on it. Have you ever seen that in the up corner?
No, I haven't.
Upper right corner of the dollar bill.
It's got an owl. Well, owl is just a sign for wisdom.
It's very tiny. I don't know. I was, when I was younger, we would watch YouTube videos and be like, "Oh shit, this is Illuminati stuff."
This is Illuminati.
I don't know what it actually is, but if you look at it with not a microscope, but a magnifying glass, it actually is a little owl that's sitting up there on the upper right-hand corner, right by the number 1.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, owl is a symbol for wisdom, and it's a lot older than, you know what I mean?
But the Native Americans said the same thing, right?
I couldn't tell you for sure, but I know that the owl is a symbol for wisdom.
Or OVO.
Right? Or OVO. Or Drake.
That could be, Drake could have done that.
So maybe Drake.
Maybe Drake was involved.
He's learned time travel.
Yeah, I think it's
and so he went back and he put that OVO symbol on the dollar bill before.
It's possible.
Before it was Drake.
Now that we're mentioning Drake again, I was going to come back to this.
Oh yeah, you were going to come back to Drake.
Yes, we were.
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors out there, and I know that he is a Drake fan.
Is that a rumor or is that fact?
I got a fucking.
No, that's not the rumor.
I got a Drake tattoo.
That's a disclaimer.
He's got a Drake tattoo. All right,
right there.
That's just a little disclaimer. I don't want
Six
to
God
offend anybody
fan.
here.
Offend me, bitch.
All right.
People say that Drake uses ghostwriters.
Drake does use ghostwriters, but Drake is also a ghostwriter for other people.
So how do you feel as a rapper about ghostwriters?
I feel like they're a fucking joke. Like
the ghostwriters or the rapper?
A rapper who needs a ghostwriter.
Thank you.
Rule 1 is you have to write your own lyrics. And if you can't write your own lyrics, you're not a fucking rapper. But
that's kind of the whole point of rap, right? Is who has the best lyrics.
I mean, not anymore.
Well, not anymore. No, but that was how it originated. To me,
it is.
That's the art of rap,
to me,
right?
It's like how many syllables do you use when you rhyme?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
who's the greatest rapper of all time to you?
Oh shit. The greatest rapper of all time has got to be NoxBond.
Oh shit, son! Woo! Oh,
let's go.
The GOAT
on a technical level.
The GOAT on a technical
on
level.
a technical, unbiased.
So
I respect it, man.
So bar for bar, you're the greatest rapper in the world.
Absolutely.
If it's not you, then why are you doing it?
Right? If not this, then what for? Right?
If you're not trying to be the best and believe you're the best, then why are you doing it?
I
like the mentality.
Me too.
Kind of, right? Because everybody thinks that they're the best, but I think this is something a little bit different. This isn't like a subjective, I'm the best, I'm better than. This is like more along like, okay, technically speaking, if you measure bars and if you measure syllables and if you measure the things that are actual verifiable matrix, I would be the best.
I respect it.
You know what I mean?
So what do you think about
we're gonna hear
Somebody like Eminem.
Eminem's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great artist. I like I like his original
As
stuff.
a lyricist too, especially, right?
Man, probably one of the best lyricists of all time.
Who is your biggest influence?
Life.
Yeah.
Life? No, I'm talking just from a rapper perspective. Like, if you had to pick out a rapper that was the biggest influence on you,
Who inspired you? You would say.
like if you had to look to somebody that's in the same business as you, which is rap, who would you say I looked up to the most?
Dax.
Lil Wayne.
Damn it.
Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne probably.
I like it.
That was one of the most lyrical that
Human
I heard.
beings?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I heard Lil Wayne's lyrics and they were very, very lyrical. And then Eminem, as far as the multi-syllables, like the multi-syllabatic rhyme scheme. You know, but Kanye is one of my favorites.
See, to me,
T.I.
Kanye's not really like the best rapper. To me, he's like a really, really good song maker
He's
and
an artist.
producer.
He's an
Yes.
artist.
But when you want to talk about like technical rhyme ability,
He's not a lyricist.
he's not a
No.
lyricist.
But
Not even close.
But like Eminem, like
Eminem,
Even
T.I., Wayne, Jay-Z,
Goats.
you know, those are the lyricists.
what do you
But
feel? How do you feel about Biggie and Pac?
Biggie and man, I got so many mixed feelings, right? Because the name of my record label is Real Life, right? And so we're all about authenticity. And you know, I said it in my song "Lucky You." When I found out that Biggie was fake, then it crushed me. It was
How is
like,
Biggie fake?
well,
I don't know
was
about
watching,
this.
I
Love Biggie Smalls,
I
man.
know,
Me
man.
too.
I know, right?
What the
I said-
hell?
and that's what I was talking about on the song "Lucky You." Is I was like, you know, I assumed that everything that he was talking about was real, so it kind of like had a big impact and big influence in
Ten
me.
crack commandments.
To
Oh,
like, you
stop
know,
it! Tell me about how Biggie's fake.
Yeah,
I'm lost here.
yeah. So there's a Netflix special, and Biggie's mom came out and was like, you know, all that shit's fake. Biggie worked at a grocery store across the street, never wanted for anything in his life, and definitely didn't sell drugs. Yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't a real thug.
He wasn't a thug. He wasn't a drug dealer. He worked at a fucking grocery store, and his mom bought him anything he could ever want.
There's movies about
Oh,
it.
so that's how he was fake. He wasn't a fake rapper though. He was still a stellar MC, right?
Absolutely great MC. Yeah,
Yeah.
phenomenal MC, but he's not real.
But
He's
he
not authentic.
But
All
rapping
of it
about
was
selling
fake.
drugs and shit, like the
All
10
of
crack
it was
commandments. That's bullshit.
All of it was fake.
1, 2, 3,
All
4,
of it.
5.
So, same thing, right? Talking about, you know, how he shoots people and kidnaps people and all this shit, and it was all fake, right? And then Tupac was in fucking drama class.
We all know, yeah.
You know what I mean? He was in fucking drama
What a
class.
pussy.
Like, yeah,
Tupac's
he was
such a bitch.
like, no, I'm not saying Tupac is a bitch or a pussy. Just that it's all fake. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all an image.
Which is no different.
So he wasn't a real thug.
He wasn't a real thug.
Mhm.
There was nothing
What?
ruggish about him.
This is
Right.
blowing my mind right
Thug
now.
Life.
Yeah.
Didn't that come from Tupac?
Thug life came from Tupac. And he wasn't a thug. He wasn't.
Tough.
You look at his past and his background, and he wasn't in the streets. He was in drama class.
Damn.
Drama class is a very specific. You know what I mean?
Man,
You got to
yeah,
be a very specific type of person to
Yeah.
be in drama class.
It's a place
my guy.
you don't typically find thugs.
You're not gonna be a thug and be in drama class.
No.
You're just not. It's not gonna happen.
What
So,
about Snoop Dogg? I'm gonna
He
keep
was
throwing
about
out
it.
names here.
Uncle Snoop is a legend,
He was
but
a
not a
crip.
very good rapper.
No one's claiming that he's the best rapper.
He's just a legend. He's a
He's
goat.
always just had his style, right? He's
Yeah,
always just.
He's not a very good
Oh.
rapper. We're talking about lyricism, so I can't include him. But I have a lot of respect for him. He's very authentic.
No. We got
very
the
real.
conversation of being real, right? So
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
crip.
Yeah.
He's he's real. Yeah, Snoop is real.
yeah.
Straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to court for a murder case,
Murder
right?
was the case, right?
Murder was the case.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
And that was real.
I didn't know about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was real. That was like a real thing.
Yeah.
That was
O.J. Simpson did too. Got the fuck off, right?
Man, he should have been a rapper.
Man, he's like my favorite football player ever.
Bro, he should be a rapper.
O.J.?
He
Yeah.
should, yeah. OJ
Yeah.
would have some killer bars.
You think so?
Man, he could rap about some real shit, I bet.
Yeah.
Not too much, though.
Man. You know.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Do you know any rappers that are relevant right now that you just want to call out and are just full of shit?
Do I know any rappers that I want to call out.
It's a terrible thing to ask.
I don't know.
So you're trying to set up the Dax thing again, right? So you're trying to set up the Dax thing again.
No, we don't need to go anywhere.
Nah, you don't need to if you don't want to.
Man, just the way that the industry is set up is for fake people to win, and for smoke and mirrors to be like the actual goal. And I'm just not with it. I'm not trying to do the same things as other people. And
you're not trying to be fake at all. You want everything to be real.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to be fake. That's just not something that, I don't bite my tongue. I'm not concerned with pushback or being canceled or, I own the fucking company. Good luck.
So with you balancing so many things out in life at the moment with your rapping, Masonry, being a CEO of a company, what are you most passionate about right now at this very moment?
Oh, man. At this moment, I am most passionate about building an infrastructure to be able to consistently release records, no matter who it is that's releasing it, and have an impact and an ROI and a return of investment, to where it's not, spinning your wheels in place and wasting time and energy and money and effort.
Yeah.
So you're there for other people.
I'm one of those artists, right? But
it's not a lot of artists like that.
It's not about art though.
Most people aren't like that. Most people are in it for themselves.
Yeah, I'm in it for an infrastructure. Like that's what I'm in it for. Is I'm trying to build my own industry, to where like literally every part of the music industry, we've got our own magazines, we've got our own radio stations, we've got our own blogs and websites and DJs and mixtapes, and right, like, so for instance, if as an artist you want to get on live mixtapes, you have to go find a DJ who has an account with live mixtapes. You have to get them to make you a DJ, host it, pay them an undisclosed amount of money, and then they'll post your mixtape on live mixtapes, right? As an artist, I can go take songs, put them together, grab a DJ, put them on it, put it on live mixtapes, and not have to go through anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I
think so. So typically that's not how it works, and you're saying that people will just pay to get their shit promoted on other pages?
And it would cost you like an arm and a leg.
And
it costs you per click or some shit like that when you choose to advertise like that?
No, that's not what I'm talking. Okay, so like if you're an artist, right, you want a DJ to host your project, you have to pay them to host your project. You have to pay them $500.
And you're talking on their social media platforms, right?
No, I'm talking about to like take it and record over it to where they're putting drops on it and like co-signing it and then uploading it to mixtape sites.
DJ Khaled, is that what he does?
Right, that's what DJ Khaled does, right? So, but what he does is a little bit different because he buys the songs and the rights to the songs.
He says, DJ Khaled,
we the best!
We the best!
We the best music!
But I can do the same thing that an artist has to pay $1,000 for, but I can get it done for free.
And it's your cosign
by one of the best DJs in the world, and it didn't cost me any money, and it was just based on a relationship.
And that's where your money would come
and
back.
Because you're not in it for the money to get rich off of it. This is how that happens. If you were a money-hungry shark, it couldn't work like that?
It couldn't work like that. Because, so if I was a money-hungry shark, I couldn't have any DJs because the other DJ coalitions charge a monthly or yearly fee. And if you don't pay the yearly or the monthly fee, you're out. We're more about family. There is no monthly or yearly fee. You're just a part of the DJ coalition.
So if I was an artist, how essential would it be for me to be a part of some DJ coalition, anything? Like, do I have no shot in making it out there if I'm not a part of, let's say, your company?
I wouldn't say no shot because you can go this sellout route. You can put on lipstick and makeup and a collar and
paint your nails
and get the LGBT support.
Yeah.
Get a rainbow flag tatted on your forehead.
That is the way.
Mean? No, I'm actually not being facetious. There's artists that do that all the time. Right?
Just to get themselves out there because it's a popular selling point.
It's the only selling point.
Yeah.
Is to get the LGBT community behind you. If you don't do that, I mean, you can run through $5 million trying to become a successful artist and not make it.
So that's how essential it is. That's how much your business would help the growth of an artist.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's critical.
Yeah.
So it's a grind. Like, I wanted to touch on that too. Just being an underground rapper or an independent artist, even, because you're not just signing rappers, right?
Correct.
Are you doing any artists out there?
Yeah, any
Somebody
genre.
that's good at the saxophone that makes jazz. You're signing them.
If I liked it.
You mentioned you just signed some artists out in Nigeria when we were talking earlier.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
worldwide.
I just signed a group of artists in Nigeria, 4 guys, and the name of their label is Grindhouse. So
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse.
And they're rappers?
And they're rappers.
God,
Yeah.
that's gotta
So we'll see them, and then yesterday I signed an artist. You know what I mean? So I'm adding to the team, continuing to grow
always looking for talent.
exponentially. You know what I mean?
So if you personally don't like their shit that they're putting out there, that's it. That's all you need. You don't sign them.
Well, like, let me give you an example. I got an artist named Dre Banks, and he put together a song, with AZ, and AZ is just a lyrical mastermind who is just, one of the best to do it. And so I felt like it wasn't good enough to be on an AZ song. So I actually had Dre re-record his verse.
Like rewrite it and everything.
Like rewrite and
Yeah.
re-record and say, hey man, that's just not gonna,
You told them that?
it's not gonna cut it.
Is
man.
it hard
You gotta-
doing that?
That's kind of
Nah.
offensive, isn't it, to the person that wrote that? Like, hey, that's not going to cut it.
Probably.
You better be.
How would you word it? Let's say it was my verse. Tell me that my shit is kind of
It's trash.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me.
All right.
Yeah, what's up, boss? You wanted to see me? in
Hey,
your
boss,
office?
you said that my
You heard
song
the
was
s-
good earlier. What do you got to say?
You heard the song, right?
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
heard it. So listen, here's the
promotion?
thing. Nah, here's the thing, right? AZ is a legend. So
Yeah.
since AZ is such a legend, and this is one of the best verses that I've heard
Yeah.
from AZ.
Me too. I loved it.
yeah,
I
you-
loved the song in general, the whole song.
It's a great
My
song.
part was great.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to rewrite yours.
What's up?
You're
No,
gonna,
I don't.
you're
Did I
gonna
send you
have
the
to-
unfinished version or some shit? You got my.
Yeah, I got yours, but the lyrics were just not very good.
Oh,
Oh, so the part that I tried on and sent into you wasn't that great?
It wasn't that great.
my mom loves that verse, man.
Yeah.
I sent her first. She heard it. She loved it.
Yeah, I'm sure she did, but we're not gonna release it.
Well, fuck.
I need you to re-record it.
I gotta call my mom.
That's got to be a rough conversation, though, on a real
yeah,
note.
seriously.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't. It's more. It's kind of understood that this is an autocracy, and what Nox says goes.
Yeah.
We have a very direct conversation on the phone before I sign him, and I tell him, like, I'm
So
taking
you're-
ownership of your company. This is a transaction that is not like a normal record deal. Like, I am literally taking ownership of your
And
record.
they know that you're not going to be fake or fuck around
Yeah.
with them.
I'm gonna give them everything that I can get. Like, shout out to CL, man. I am now running the DigiWax website. So DigiWax is an industry record pool that's been around since 1998. That's got major players that follow it and keep tabs on everything it does. Now I can take any real life music artist and I can post them on the DigiWax website. See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the benefit of being involved with the umbrella is amazing. You can get picked up for mixtapes and magazines and websites and radio stations, everything that all of your counterparts have to pay for, and you don't have to pay for anything.
No shit.
Yeah,
And you run that.
I run that. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I run that. Yeah.
And you told me earlier it's been around since what, 98? That website?
No,
That
they
far?
have. DigiWax has
Oh.
been around since 1998.
Yeah.
I have been around since 2008.
As NoxBond?
No, as Next Level DJ Coalition.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I got you.
As
Yeah.
Next Level DJ Coalition.
You got a lot of shit going on, man.
Yeah.
How do you handle all that? Are you cool with it? Does it all...
It's not an issue.
It's not an issue for you?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, there's nothing to handle.
You never feel overwhelmed or anything like that.
I don't have anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's
To
your
build,
life.
Build my legacy.
That's your life.
Build my company. You know what I mean? And like try to. You have to understand what I'm doing here is I'm building a corporation that generates a lot of money.
Mhm.
So whatever it takes to build it is whatever it takes to build it.
Right. So you don't really get free time, but you look at that as a good thing.
I don't have free time, but I
Right.
don't want free time. I
Right.
don't even know what I would do with free time. I work for myself, right? So any free time that I have, I take. But I don't. for instance, where most people will watch a movie, right? Even when watching a movie at 9 o'clock at night, I'm doing spreadsheets.
You're still grinding.
I'm still working.
Yeah.
I'm still, the movie is open on one screen, and then on another screen, there's some spreadsheets, and I'm sending emails or putting together blog posts or, reposting stuff from people or just doing something or working on something or putting together some type of a plan or doing paperwork or working on contracts or constant.
So you're always doing shit.
Always.
I was going to ask you earlier, like if you're going to be a new artist or if you're going to try to get into the world that you're in, what advice do you have for people that want to grind like that?
So my first advice that I give any artist is to go find a job that has nothing to do with the music industry and figure out how you're going to make money and support yourself and your
life
family.
in order first.
Get your life in order.
Yeah.
Figure out how you're going to fund this thing. Understand that you're trying to buy your way into a position that you don't deserve.
See, and that's unique right there. That's unique already.
That's not real shit.
Most people would lie and say, follow your passion and just go with it and you'll be good.
Oh, you'll be good. Quit your job. Go suck dick for crack. As long as you can get in the studio.
If you're spitting bars, dude, you're fine, man.
Listen, you don't need to have a job.
Yeah.
When you need to eat, just go bag.
Yeah.
Just go bag.
That's what cardboard's for.
All you got to do is just send everybody a message and tell them, hey, man, can you send me $20 on Cash App? I'm broke till next Friday. Just make sure you add plenty of people, so that you're a beggar and you have no fucking pride and you're a piece of shit. Right?
God damn.
Because you got to beg fucking people for money, bro. Like that's a fucking joke to me, right? Like if you're not in a position where you can sustain yourself, then what the fuck are you doing trying to buy your way into the music career? Like,
so that's your first advice is to try to figure out a way to sustain yourself and then focus on music?
Number one. That's number one is figure out your money situation. Figure out how you're going to, be able to fund this shit and understand that you are trying to buy yourself into something you don't deserve that other people own. And now once you have that and you have that clarification, right, now what do? You have to work a lot. You have to drop a song like every fucking month. You have to shoot music videos all the time. You have to post on Instagram every fucking day.
Constant
you know
content
what I mean?
Everywhere.
Like
all the time.
you have to be there. And that's what I noticed. That's a big part of the reason that we restructured and got rid of a lot of these record labels is because they don't work. They're not here. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to sit there and grind like that. I mean, posting every single day, that's a lot in itself.
Yeah, but I post on fucking 10 accounts every day. So it's like, it's
crazy.
like for somebody to tell me that posting on Instagram once a day is a lot, and I post on 10 fucking accounts every day, and I find a way or make a way. You understand? It's
That's
like I'm
crazy,
looking at them
man.
like you're just fucking goofy.
Password management at that point would be a big problem for me.
I'm gonna use the same password. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
well, we didn't.
Do. Right? You know what I mean? Like if you got 10 accounts, man, you just come up with a really complicated password that's like fucking 16 figures and got all types of hashtags and decimals and numbers, and you use that on all your accounts. You know what I mean?
So is there anyone in the industry that's trying to do what you're doing currently?
Not that I know of.
Really?
Not that I know of. No DJ coalition is owned by a record label, and no record label owns a DJ coalition, and no independent artists are signing other artists.
Do you think you're the first guy to think of this, or you think
You're just combining a bunch of worlds together?
Yeah.
I'm building my own music industry. I mean, I think the first guy to think of it was probably I would have to say Thomas Edison. That was probably the first person to think of it, right? He had the first record label, Edison Records.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was based on the gramophone, right? So Thomas Edison created the gramophone, and then when he did that, he wanted to sell the gramophone, and it came with these little discs. And so in order to sell more gramophones, he started hiring people to sing on the disc. And so like when you see the original gramophone, you just take that tube and you flip it the other way, and you can record instead of listen to music. So the first series was just Thomas Edison went and signed hundreds of people to Edison Records, paid them a fucking quarter. You know what I mean?
No shit.
Yeah, here's your quarter.
Wow.
Come to the studio, lay this down, sing into this fucking gramophone. Get the fuck out of my sight. I never want to see you again.
So you're like Thomas Edison. That's what you do?
Yeah, but he was an
No,
asshole,
because
right?
I pay the artist.
Edison was an asshole, though, right?
Was he?
I've heard that he like stole ideas from other people and shit.
Oh shit.
I mean, shit. I think
all
that
hearsay.
anybody. Yeah, that's
I've
all
heard that.
hearsay. Like, what I know is that he created the music industry. He created the fucking phone industry. He created the fucking the movie industry.
So they say.
He created electricity. He created GE. You know what I mean? So I would say that Thomas Edison is really the father of our country.
Maybe. I mean,
You know what I mean?
I'm not totally spun up on everything. I've just heard rumors that he was a piece of shit in some ways when he would like steal ideas and stuff from other people.
I think that's probably best. That's probably going to be based on the whole Tesla situation, which is a
Nikola
misunderstanding. That's a complete misunderstanding. Thomas Edison hired Nikola Tesla and was like, "Hey, go work on these things. They'll keep you occupied." And he gave him basically a room full of his shit that he could never finish, like a bunch of like just bullshit, right? Like
And just worked him to death, basically.
And he went and fucking finished it all.
Oh, Tesla did?
Tesla went and finished all of his inventions.
I was a maniac, dude.
The guy was fucking genius.
It's crazy,
right?
yeah,
So he went,
he was.
but he worked with Edison. It was, you know what I mean? And then they had like a conflict over AC/DC. Tesla fucking killed somebody, you know what I mean, to prove a point, and basically electrocuted him.
Back then it was crazy. I remember those days. It was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. But yeah, so as far as started the music industry and
Let
the
me ask
movie
you this
industry.
though. What's your ultimate goal? Is there ever a point where you can be like, okay, I'm ready to retire?
Oh,
Or like,
man,
is
you
there ever a
asked me
point?
the question?
Is there
Okay.
ever a point where you're content with just doing what you've done and that's it?
My ultimate goal is just absolute ownership of everything.
Everything.
That's my ultimate goal, is to own everything.
You mean by the music industry standards?
No.
What are you saying right now?
That's very Illuminati-like of you to
Why-
say.
I know.
Not Illuminati.
I know. I
Not
know.
Illuminati?
But this has nothing to do with Freemasonry. This is more to do with me.
I'm not Illuminati. I just want to own.
I just want to own all the companies, right? So like, everywhere you go, it's through me. No matter if you're going to Walmart, or
Isn't
if you're
there
going
word
to the
for that?
grocery store, or if you're going to the record label, or if you're getting music, or if you're fucking going to school or whatever.
There's a
you're
word
doing,
for that. Monopoly.
I think it's
Which
called
is-
an autocracy. Yeah, I think
Which
it's
is
called an
illegal.
That's
autocracy.
fair, though, right?
Don't we all?
I mean, just like earlier when you said that you're the best rapper ever.
Some things are gonna have to change. You know what I mean?
a few adjustments to Nike.
It's not currently legal to be able to own everything. So, but you asked the ultimate goal, right? The ultimate goal is
That's the only way you'll be content.
if I own everything.
So-
I don't know if that'll make me content though.
So part of your plan is owning me,
Owning careers over beers.
You're not a thing.
like me as a person.
You're not a person. Isn't a thing.
The podcast.
Yes,
The podcast you would like to own.
I would have to own it if I were to own everything.
God damn.
Then it would be
If the deal is
encompassed.
right, then it's yours.
You know what I mean?
know?
And that's the thing, right? That's going to be
Everything
the
has a
situation
price.
with everybody,
Sure.
right? Like fucking AT&T just tried to buy Universal
They did.
Universal Music Group,
That-
like fucking AT&T, the phone company. You know what I mean? Like, shit, we got $8 billion. We'll buy it. We'll take it. Fuck it. We ain't never had a record label before. We'll try it. You know what I mean? So everything's for sale, man. It's just a matter. But no, that's kind of what, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing with the music industry. I want to own everything. I want to be able to have my own newspapers and my own websites and my own record labels and my own fucking verification services.
I heard they're really good at this kind of stuff in North Korea.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah,
the dude whoever runs it, that's what he does. Kind of. That's his main goal.
That's kind of his. No, I think that's a little bit different though, right?
Is it?
Because that's
You don't want to be the ruler of the
I don't
world.
want to be a ruler. I don't want to rule people. I just want to own the businesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to rule people. I don't want to get involved in people's day-to-day life and be like, "Hey, you have to do this." I don't want to get involved in the politics or in the laws or in the legal system unless it's to take bullshit out. You know what I mean? Like if I could do one thing, I would make lobbying illegal.
Yeah.
And that right there would shut down everything. You know what I mean? Because now you can't lobby. Now you can't pay the government to change the law for you. Now what the fuck are you going to do? Right now it's no longer based on money and it's a fair,
Right.
equal ground. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to give people orders. I don't want to be the president. I don't want to be a ruler. I just want
own
to
the world.
have all the profit from everything, right?
You want all the money in the world.
I just want all the money. So when you go grocery shop, at the end of the day, it's coming from me.
I relate to that.
You know, so
Right
I can
on.
make sure that you don't have no Monsanto shit in your fucking food. You
Thank
know
you.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
just buy Monsanto and be like, hey, guess what? We're not doing fucking GMOs anymore. You know what I mean?
I cut that shit out. Yeah.
You know, buy the car companies and teach them how to make fucking fuel out of water. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a whole nother conversation, brother.
To where that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the end goal, is to make the world a better place.
It is. I agree. And cheers to you for that, man.
Yeah.
Cheers to you with our Dr. Peppers here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drink of choice.
I lost my drink.
Lecture with the Dr. Pepper.
NoxBond.
Careers over beers.
NoxBond, sir. Let's give a shout out to everybody you want to give a shout out to and all your social media pages. And then let's do one last freestyle before we shut it down.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, man, so many. So I guess first would be the one, which is God. And then after that would be probably my family, both my external and internal family. So, you know, my mom, my nephews, my brothers, sisters, and then like my brothers and sisters in Next Level DJ Coalition, Real Life Music, all of my labels, you know, and my executive leadership team. Shout out to everybody who has an executive position. You know what I mean? We got a president of YouTube, president of marketing, you know what I mean? Different leadership positions. We got a program director. We got, I'm not going to shout anybody out specifically because we're talking 700 people here.
No,
and I don't want to miss anybody, so I don't want to start. You know what I mean? And it'd be like boom, 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 boom. But yeah,
all your own handles on like social media and shit.
Yeah. So you can go to reallifemusicllc.com. That's our website, and you can check out all of our artists. You can go to nextleveldjcoalition.com, and you can check out all of our DJs. You can find my Instagram at NoxBond, NoxBond. I also have Real Life Music LLC and Next Level DJ Coalition. And Twitter is NLDJ Coalition. And then Facebook, you can find Real Life Music, Next Level DJ Coalition, NoxBond fan page. Shout out my partner, Trill Will. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my brother, Real Life Lucchese, who's the vice president. And really just shout out everybody who's involved, everybody who supports us. Manny Mad Dog, my president of Next Level DJ Coalition, you know, big industry executive, DJ Blaze, my program director, Cassandra, who's my administrator, Sonia with Right One, who does a lot, you know, with her record label. And then all of my artists, you know, shout out Stiff C, shout out Pete Gutter and Blackout, and, you know, all of my people, like the whole Right One family, you know, Freaky Focus and Demigod and Plots, and, you know, all of my DJs. I love my DJs so much, and there's just so many of them that I can't even begin to name names. You know what I mean? But I don't want to forget anybody, but just shout out to the Next Level Syndicate
and everybody else,
and Omerta. You know what I'm saying? And Omerta.
We appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man, for coming on. I appreciate you.
It's my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. You ready to freestyle?
One more freestyle?
Yeah, y'all want another freestyle?
Let's give it another one, boys.
Let's do it.
Y'all can throw me some words if you want.
Here we go.
All right, give me a word.
Give me a word, Jesse. You can think right now.
All right, you want words, or you just want to go?
Throw me words.
Okay.
About every 4
Pepper.
bars. Oh, yeah. This right here, a lecture. Sipping Dr. Pepper. Careers over beers, yeah, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, yeah, and I'm kind of like, yes, sir. Every fat, that's texture. Hey, I be killing this shit on a Benihana beat, and I don't give a fuck about these people, cause you know that I'ma just find my feet and straighten up and fuck it up and then lace them up and then go to the top, and you know that I'm baked as fuck. I'm gone, I'm wasted. I hate these fucking haters. They need some LASIK. I need to be so high, I'm on a spaceship. Man, I just love a bad bitch that lay down and then take dick. Take 6, take 5. Yeah, Masonry. Motherfuckers wanna hate, but they can never debate with me. If they do, then they know that I take they fucking face and see that they cannot see me when I shove they face in cake and cream. Yeah. Okay, now they faces fucking covered, and I smother all of these people and leave they bitch undercover, and I put it in the oven cause I'm crazy and my tummy rumble, and I may be just a crazy alien from the 80s. This
owning all the companies in the world.
Owning all the companies in the world. I think that Yo motherfucking sister just had a baby girl, and I had another baby, and then all the babies in the world belong to me. It's kinda like that fucking alien from that book that I was reading when I was a teen, and now I just wanna believe that I can own all these companies, and all these fucking companies belong to me. You see my logo when you see them, hey. Real life music like I am a European, ayy. I got 127 generations, that's just me in the motherfucking temple that I've been up in the secrets from the past. You think this motherfucker kissed my ass? It's like a flashlight. Last night I was doing this shit, bringing the light to the darkness, ayy. And I lost this bitch like the Loch Ness. Lost this bitch like the motherfucking lobster that's in the ocean swimming with all of these motherfucking mobsters. I dropped there. Wait. Go pick them up, give them a life jacket. I might snap it, I might come back and just fucking crack it like it's sporadic, like I'm just a rapper. This fucking magic abracadabra, I got that Latin. Ooh, wait, I just gave you a secret. Can you keep it? If you dig deeper up in the ocean, then you might just go see it. You fucking, yeah, throw up your fingers like you bulimic. I know the fucking secrets from Egypt, baby. This is Sanskrit.
Coalition.
Yeah.
Damn.
Coalition, baby, you gon' go out missing. Yeah, I'll get a fucking pole like fishing, but it's not fishing up in the motherfucking lake. I mean, it's like I wake up in the morning and I give God all my thanks, and then I give him a name.
Damn.
I call him the one like it's Neo. These motherfuckers think that I am a hero. I rev it up like Evil Knievel. We be on the motherfucking go mode. Hey, get the video like I look at a GoPro. Yeah, I don't go slow, I go fast and go faster. Yeah, then I blow past and fuck it, I'm a cold bastard. Yeah, I don't care about him, never have and never will. I grab a fucking red or shill, you get your fucking head is drilled. Yeah.